Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
On the set. Let's go.
The give out of the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The play action fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Slings it downfield. He's got it. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll move the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Toss sweep to the right. Oh, he's got a chance. Inside the 40. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy. And this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got them.
There he goes. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting them the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab behind the line. It's high. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. And as he throws, picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready up. Lasso. Kill. Cut.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count.
Okay. Ringo.
Power football with the run. And he'll be brought down. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Barnes. Looking down the middle. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Minutemen have to find a way. Games like these, ones that are right there, the good teams dig down deep. They're up by 7 over UMass. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's high. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing up DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They've got the screen set up. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chain. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off tackle up the middle. They run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This defense has only first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big 3rd down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
He wants to throw it again. Got his man on the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense in a bunch formation. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Backed up now. Here's second and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air. It's Barnes. Catch open down the middle. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line getting set on second down. Here comes the option. Past the first down marker and still running. And they're in for a touchdown.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield.
It's hard to have a grown man bearing down on you about to hit you in the face and you still be able to focus and keep your eyes down the field and throw a great pass to your wide receiver. Great job by the QB.
He'll pull it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Memphis! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Barnes. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Oh, he's got some space. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to make magic with his feet. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's high. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got the quick pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
I think receivers really separate themselves with body control to be able to hang in the air but stay in bounds and keep that foot on the ground. Unbelievable job catching the football and staying in bounds near the sidelines.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run play action. Looking for a deep man. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening.
With my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense.
Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
On the set. Let's go.
They go to the ground. good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. They try to get it outside on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Scanning the field, it's Barnes. Now improvising. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker, it's Peppers. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Black 24. Black 20. Easy.
Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Turning it on. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
Every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's high. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's high. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle.
There he goes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
It's a draw. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
To the air on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Freeman. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Memphis. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. That grab puts him over 3,000 yards for his career.
That's impressive because every week he's got a target on his back. Defenses know the quarterback is looking his way, and still, David, this guy's been able to dice up coverages. 3,000 yards is a big number.
And that speaks to his talent, man. Like, the ability to make plays on the football, consistently catch the ball. Just 3,000 yards is a big number.
Breaks into the open. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to power their way ahead. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big game. This offense is loaded with weapons.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's high. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but
he's got it. First down and more. Looks as if he'll have enough to pick up the Memphis first down.
that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Freeman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw again. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey. Go for it on fourth down. If you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they must take care of the football. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to throw it again from their own end zone. Makes the grab.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Flips it out on the screen. Crosses the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. Racing to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
To the air on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got an open man. Turning it on. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. In this area of the field, you want to get heat on the quarterback, but that roughing the passer penalty gives up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Barnes. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moving away from pressure. Fires on the move. And the timing just a hair off.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Barnes. Steps away to find some room. Throwing on the run. Snatches it on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Back's going for the goal line. Just hammering with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you can have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Minutemen have played about as close to a perfect football game as that coach could ask for. A coach that was handpicked by that great athletic director, and today's an example of why. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to UMass. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking for a huge play. Got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff.
And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Caught in the backfield. It's high. Moving past the 25. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Gun, they'll run it inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Punt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll leave it with him. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Peppers. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Clear! Clear! 29 Philly. 2 all. Go!
They'll give it to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grab near the marker. It's Freeman. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The inside handoff. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23?
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
To the air. It's Barnes. Here's a heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Soft spot in the middle. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to the ground game on the left. Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's open. Flying down the left side. All the way in for the touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Great place to start for this offense.
Belly starter. Reload.
They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got a man in the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Minutemen have played about as close to a perfect football game as that coach could ask for. A coach that was handpicked by that great athletic director, and today's an example of why. It's
interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Barnes. It's complete to the left. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Pocket breaking down. And he's got it in the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
This offense will take over first and 10.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're...
Pulls it in on the right.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Tigers, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Just a little off. Incomplete.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He leaves it with his back. Runs through a tackle. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. Sweet cut there. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get this.